This is the world's fastest production full carbon fiber electric scooter. This model is massive. In the hyper scooter segment, this is the most exciting, the most powerful and the best looking design I have seen so far. If you look closely, the deck, it's wide. All carbon fiber all around. Huge massive heatsink inside. I like the side profile and logo that is perfectly placed on the stem. Simple and clean, and I'm so glad Voro designers did not overload with graphics and let this beautiful carbon fiber pattern shine. I like how sturdy, wide and massive the front stem is. This carbon fiber construction is executed perfectly, with massive powerful light up front. All cables hidden inside and left nothing else on it. I am impressed how well the handlebars are designed. Clean placement of high quality components, very sticky high quality grips, and later I'll talk on the importance of them on this model. It weighs 143 pounds, it's massive, but it's well balanced and you'll need that extra weight, and later we'll talk about that when we test the top speed. Specs: motors 4000 watts nominal each and 7000 watts peak power delivery. Total combined 15,456 watts unlocked. The battery 84 volts, 40 amp hours Samsung cells in 20S configurations with 21700 cell size. 180 amps BMS continuous discharge, copper nickel infused, and 400 amps max burst. Insane specs. Tire type: 11 by 3.5 inch pneumatic 90 by 60-6.5 tubeless tires with self-healing gel. You have to see this in person. This carbon fiber is just insane. Look at the details. Look how clean it is. Big light. These handlebars, love the design. Big screen. This thing is super rad. Look at this deck. The attention to detail and everything just looks insane. This is super clean. Look at these grips, micro brakes. You have to see this in person. This is beyond my expectations. It's just so clean, and this is not foldable scooter, so you can remove the screws and take this out. They made it so solid, super safe. This thing alone is massive. The entire thing underneath is a heatsink. Look at the attention to details. I have to put some grip tape here so it doesn't scratch, but it looks stunning, guys. Look at the details. This light, let me power it on so you guys can see the screen, and I'll turn the lights on. The light in front is very powerful. I have to remove this thing, and here you have some stats. So price, speed. Look at the maximum capacity, 500 freaking pounds. So this is really cool, guys. I'm buying one today. I'm telling you, this thing worth every penny. The acceleration is just nuts. Look how cool this thing is. And look underneath. This is crazy. So let's talk about the specs and the frame. So we have the motors, rear and front, and these motors actually look the same as the 1000 and 3000 watts. So I'm a little bit confused here. You have some numbers here, but they're slightly wider compared to GTR and Tavaron Fighter. And I don't know exactly the specs, but you have this size tire, and they have to output over 3000 watts. They look like 1000 watts, slightly wider, but the power with the controller, with the battery, it's 15.5 kilowatts, 15,456, so let's call it 15.5 kilowatts. So the amount of power, it's insane. And we have dual controllers that actually limit it to 80 amps discharge. I think you can unlock to 100 amps and get another couple thousand watts power delivery. But if you do the math, this should be maximum output a little bit over 7,000 watts per hop. And these are street tires, not sure what brand, I think TVT. if you look by that lettering on the tire. But if you put slicks, you'll get better traction and more top speed. Insanely overbuilt scooter is just insane. The entire frame, the entire midsection, it's carbon fiber, 9 layers, and it's T300. Not sure what that means, but it's just beautifully sculpted and so nice. I was talking to Melvin from Water Motors, and I suggested, because he told me this aluminum connection between, and it's forged aluminum, so it's very powerful, connecting between the stem and the body. It weighs like a dumbbell. If you do this titanium and also the arms, front and back, you can save at least 10 to 20 pounds, maybe more. But the thing is, at this type of speed, you need weight to, to ground the scooter and have that agility, that maneuverability. And once again, I want to mention, if you get slicks, you'll be able to corner more and have more control. A lot of things can be carbon fiber and reduce the weight, but then you run into other issues. But the stem, the way it looks here, if you look, the handlebar, I've seen so many pictures, but you have to stop by the shop and see it in person. It's just incredibly beautiful, so nicely done, and it's clean. There's not much nonsense here, just the consoles. This Magura MT5s are beautiful, nice, cable management. I have my peak design, but look how clean it is and how comfortable. It just looks beautiful, and it's comfortable when you operate. I just wish they had this a little bit closer, so when you go at 670 miles an hour, you can reach this. But at that speed, that's not indicated. The biggest thing is that when you have so much speed, so much power, the first part of your body is your calves, your lower legs, and the grip, the hands that get tired, and all the spool. You hold onto it. It's always your muscle are contracted, so this gets a little bit tired. But once you start riding for a couple weeks, I think you'll be fine. First 2 days, it was just insanely scary how much pull, how much strength I have to put into this part of the body to grip and hold, because it's just, the pull is insane. This is really different experience. A motorcycle, you hug the entire frame with your body and you kind of glued, you lean down. Here you stand up, so it's completely different, and it's you use different muscles, and it's a thrilling experience. It's something that I cannot explain in words. It's just, you need to try this, not to go 60, 70 miles an hour, but go 0 to 30, 0 to 40. There's nothing on the market that can do what this thing does. If you look at the reflection of the light, and if you go in the sunlight, all this is going to be shinier, more exposed, much more beautiful. It's going to look apart. But if you look even now in the shade, look at this reflection and this glide. The stem is just so nicely done, and they thought of this. This was designed for at least over 3 to 4 years, and they didn't make it foldable because they want to make sure it's super safe and it's solid. So if you want to pack this scooter into your car, into your truck or your van, you have to remove the screws and slide the entire thing down, and then that's the only way to fold it. And I think this is a good idea, because you want to make sure it doesn't fail, or even if it twists a little bit and it doesn't collapse, but just twists a little bit, if there's any play for 2-3 millimeters, this thing at that speed will just result in a crash and fail. So I think this is very clever, and I like how everything it's assembled. You see the cables are going into the stem, and also here in the back, you see how it comes out. Very nicely done. Not sure why they have this clamp here. It would have been nice to have all one part, maybe because it loses strength, I'm not sure. But you see here how it's epoxy glued and connected. So I think it will be better, because this is probably a couple 100 grams. That'll be nice to remove. Maybe it's a connection point, so it needs to be reinforced. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments below why they have this, but I think straight carbon fiber will be really cool. And I think these wires here are too long, so not sure why. Even if you pull on the left and right, see there's excessive wires that can be better managed. But besides that, even if you go this side, look how much excess is. So besides that, I would not change anything. At the beginning, first day, I thought this is kind of short, but then when you go fast, you kind of bend down a couple inches, and this is perfect for my height. I'm 6'3", so this is really comfortable. And I did a lot of riding last 2-3 days, and I'm really pleased with this. There's nothing that I would change. I would only add rear brake light and a horn for the city, because if you go 30 speed, this is a good commuter. If you don't have to, bring it up, you don't have stairs. If you have elevator and you have a parking spot for this, This is perfect for the city, for those that are looking for, you know, excitement and adrenaline rush. It fits perfectly in this service elevator. It's almost like, see if I angle it, touches the door, and there's 1 inch in the front, so a little bit difficult to, you know, maneuver because you have the steel damper in the front, but if you have bigger elevator, you'll be fine. So in my case, it works just fine. Deck height, 4.25 inches. Deck width, a massive 13 inches. Length, 27 inches. Footrest, 9.25 inches. Handlebar width, 29.5 inches. From the deck to the top, 38 inches. To the handlebars, 39.5 inches. Charger, 96.6 volts, 7 amps. For this speed, for this size, this is pretty compact and not that heavy. We have a fan and fuse, really good high quality charger. It will charge your scooter from empty in about 6.5 to 7 hours. Top speed. This scooter is insane. The acceleration is out of this world, pulls like a super bike. The power delivery, it's instant, but the most important is that you can control this power and it's so much fun. Scary until you get used to it, but that takes about a couple of days. The tires peel and squeak until 40 miles an hour, and acceleration does not die down. It will pull straight up to 70 miles an hour and it's insanely fast. My brain at the beginning just did not react quick enough. It feels like there's not enough time to adapt. It's so powerful. All right guys, so I'm on the Roadster. This thing, it's crazy powerful. I did yesterday 10 miles and I just don't want to scratch this thing. I don't want to crash it. So it is insanely fast. Like this scooter is the fastest I tried so far from all the over 100 scooters I tested in the last 3-4 years, and the flash motor that I try to see. Yes, that video is coming in I think in a couple of weeks. I'm waiting for the final production unit so I can make the video. So these two scooters are insanely powerful. This has regular tires, street tires. The flash motor has the slicks, and the slicks front and back, instant second when you press acceleration, it just spins and burns the tires. Like the slicks have so much grip. I feel like power output, I don't know which one is faster. They feel very similar. I'm gonna ride, it shows 25 miles, but I'll probably get 27. I usually get 27 miles in range, so 27 miles to get there. So we're gonna ride and test the scooter and see how it does. But so far, performance, it's insane. I'm gonna go to 5th right from the start, and guys, look at this. You have to kick it. Shit. Yeah, this is really powerful. Look at this. Yeah, this is crazy acceleration, guys. This is fucking insane. Let's see if I can get the speedometer. I can feel the burn of the tires. This thing is insane. Yeah, GPS can't pick up the speed. This is crazy. Look at this, 47 in seconds. This is nuts. Holy crap. People turn their heads when they hear the tire spinning. This is insane. And look at the battery. The amount of power and the amps I'm pulling is probably over 300 amps. This is super fun. You have to try this. 40 miles an hour. In seconds. We don't have horn on the scooter, and they kept it like that because they don't want to have extra wires. or you can definitely, if you buy a scooter for 6 grand, you're gonna be able to buy a horn for like 30, 20, 30 bucks. So guys, you have to, during the video, you have to pay attention to my thumb here so you can see what I'm just pressing the throttle for a second and I'm just cruising after. This thing is just wildly powerful. Yeah, I think the suspension in front is too soft, and to be honest, the suspension is really plush and really soft, so much travel. So I just hit one of those manholes, and I think I hit the fender, so I need to stiffen it up or maybe adjust suspension. First day I did about 10 to 15 miles in the evening, and I was scared to death to pass 40 miles an hour. The pull and acceleration, the power delivery, it's shockingly breathless. And you get there in about 3 to 4 seconds. Second day, temperatures dropped to under 30 degrees. I took it to Westwood to test the range, and it comfortably speeds between 55 to 60 miles an hour on these roads. It was so cold and the wind was about 25 to 30 miles an hour. It was scary to ride, but the scooter was super stable. And the camera actually, it was so cold it did not work, so I lost a lot of footage while testing showing the top speed. But riding in the range between 35 to 50 miles an hour, it's so comfortable and so much fun. It is an exciting scooter and the range results are amazing. In a third speed, you're cruising super smoothly. On the way back, the wind died down and I did not have the full suit, but I ventured to pass this slow car at 40 miles an hour, and going around I hit 75 miles an hour, and when I saw the speedometer I freaked out and slammed the brakes. What is cool here on this model is that reducing speed, it does not wobble and stays super stable despite decreasing from 70 miles an hour to 50 and lower the speed really fast from high torque acceleration. Those that ride fast bikes know what I'm talking about. On the third day, I decided I'm ready to go full speed and I took it to the tunnel. But the problem here, if you look closely at the frame, is the suspension. Too soft for my weight and too much travel. With the suit and DOT helmet, I'm way over 250 pounds. And this suspension travel slows down the scooter badly. Also, going at this speed levels over these manholes and these cracks, you can see in the video, really slows down the scooter and you're wasting time re-engaging and accelerating again. On a super smooth surface with stiff suspension and slick tires, this scooter can go so much faster. I'm also very disappointed. The front camera, the settings changed to 8K, I don't know how, and I have the footage here at 10 frames per second, so you can see details. And this camera software is unable to edit in 8K. In the tunnel, I hit 70 miles an hour maximum speed registered on the speedometer of the scooter, which is more than enough. Regarding suspension issues, I already followed up with Voro Motors and they are fixing this as I post this video today. I am shocked how much power this 97-volt model delivers. You have to see it and feel it in person. The tires squeak and the pull is something that I cannot explain. I learned that I have muscles in my hands and legs I did not use before after 3 days of riding this beast. This electric scooter in a third speed, it's super comfortable and butter smooth. But if you turn to fourth and fifth gear, it will go wild. Performs like a Formula 1 car of the scooters. Saying it is insane does not relate to what you experience. Range test. I did several tests outside the city. The weather was brutally cold. Riding against strong wind to Westwood, I was able to cover 25 miles in range in the maximum speed setting, and I burned a little bit over half the battery, maybe 45, maybe around 48-9% left. On the way back, after fully charging the scooter, the wind died down a little bit, and I was able to cover 27 miles in range, and I had more than 50% battery left. I weigh about 250 pounds, and it was about 30 degrees on Fahrenheit. Since there are no numbers on battery display, it's really hard to say exactly the numbers. I think it's safe to say that I can cover at least 50 miles in maximum speed with extreme acceleration on a full battery, riding aggressively, pulling to the max and spinning the tires in this really cold weather. In the summertime, I expect to get about 65, maybe close to 70 miles in range, and that's with a heavy rider with weight about 250 pounds. If you're lighter, you'll get so much more range. In a third gear, riding at 25 miles an hour, dual, because you can't choose a single mode on this model, 250 pounds, I think I can reach at least 100 miles in range easily. Here's a screenshot. So I did close to 18 miles, and this is how much the battery shows. And this is going for the city in the 5th level with aggressive acceleration, but maximum 35, 38, maybe 40 miles an hour in some areas. So this is how much is left. Suspension is too soft for me, and they will replace. I mean, this is good for anybody who's under 200 pounds. I'm 250 plus, maybe 265 with a suit. So here I hit the light, so I scratched this, and it's too soft. If I had stiffer suspension, and they'll actually add better suspension, has more adjustability and lockout, then you can go so much faster. The same in front. You can see here I hit the top part, and that's why at 70 miles an hour, 65, 70 that I hit, even highway I hit 75 with a little bit of wind in the back, so it's really scary. It's a lot of travel. So making it stiffer, but if you ride in the city under 50 miles an hour, this is perfect. Super soft, super comfy, very, very comfortable, very plush. This charging port, and it's only one, but I can get a 10 amp, 20 amp charger and definitely charge faster. Hopefully Voro Motors offer that option, but I like how it covers and how it's positioned here. Very nicely done. Alright guys, let's check the lights. The light in the back is always on. Looks really cool, bright and wide all around. And let's check the front light. The light is freaking bright and throws far, so you can see there's a small dot close by, but you know, look really far, it's a big dot. If it's going to be completely dark, you'll have a lot of path in front of you illuminated. So I think this is really cool, because when you go fast, you want to see at least 300-400 yards in front of you, or 300-400 meters in front of you. So this is what this light does. You can see there in the corner, it hits really far, and it's a really nice concentrated spot in the middle and a wide beam all around. Let me show you guys front view of the light. You can see it's freaking bright, and you have the side lights. Also we have turning signals. Let me show you the turning signals. So it's mostly in the back, nothing in the front, and nice pattern. Look at that, it swivels from right to left. Really cool. Now let's do the right one. And here's the right one. Very bright, really good lights. I like the front light. It hits far, and it's enough to really see and go fast. This carbon fiber stem, it's perfect. No movement. I like they actually didn't make it foldable. It's just so much safer. There's no play at all. It's freaking dead solid. This is one of the best looking scooters I have seen so far in 2024. Performance-wise, this is the #1 beast today. Fastest acceleration and the strongest torque pull I have tried in a production scooter. The carbon fiber looks amazing, and Voro Motors is doing R&D already to make it even more powerful than it is, which is mind-blowing. Guys, the link will be down below in the description box. Check it out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.